But,
Well, yeah.
She'll be all right.
What up? What up?
yo,
I
what
love you,
up,
Candy.
y'all? All my bull lights, we back, and man, we got a great show today. We got the panel here, bunch of wild fucking
White
degenerates.
boys. You can say it. White boys.
Light boy. Don't get me started.
Nice. Nice.
You already know EST, of course, B Rad, of course, and we got the new additions, Alex and Ayo.
It's
Um,
good.
how's everybody doing?
What up?
Good?
Yeah, man. I just had Charles.
All
That
right,
shit was
Beautiful day.
fire.
but y'all know the rules. Let everybody land, and not, you know, we got a lot of people on the panel, so we want to make sure everybody's heard. That's all. You feel me?
Yeah, I heard.
Word.
What we
You gotta
on
get the
menu
cipher
today?
going.
Anyway, let's set it off,
Oh,
man.
well, we're talking about the set it off. Well, I think this whole thing was a bullshit money making scheme, but then somebody took it seriously, like in the crowd, and now
Yeah,
somebody
but what are you
died
talking
or
about,
somebody's
bro?
getting
Wait a minute.
shot.
We ain't even set
Wait,
the
you talk-
context. We don't even know what you're talking about, Alex. I just
We
went
got a
live.
third.
We
We
don't know what
serving the
the fuck
menu
you're
right
talking about.
now.
You just
Oh, I thought you were
nah, man. Check this out.
saying. Oh, no, my bad.
Oh God.
Mad
All
heads
right.
in here. It's getting
Set the
confusing.
tone, Bush.
Okay. Well, basically, you know, Kendrick and Drake, big crazy shit going on. Kendrick and Drake. We already know, man. People thinking it's it could be a fucking distraction. It could be a hoax or whatever else. But I think it's real.
It's definitely
But
real.
basically, man, what y'all think about this, man? Do y'all think Kendrick went below the belt? Do you think this is real? You think what's going on, man? Before we get into the conspiracy in my brain, man. EST, man, what you think about this, man? Let's go.
Man, ain't no such thing as below the belt in this beef shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're scared, go to church
Facts.
or go to Scientology. You know, take a test and deal with that. But besides that, ain't no below the belt. I don't think it's a distraction. It's just 2024. It's the year of the truth being revealed. The big dogs going at it. What should be happening has been happening now. So I'm happy for it. I don't think it's no conspiracy in that. But I'm glad there's something going on. You know, how long we been waiting for this?
We've been
And
waiting
it's
a
tough.
minute, man, because
It's
Drake is like the giant, and we thought he was untouchable or whatever else. But right now, and I got some insight from people that's in around him and shit like that. He ain't been the same, man. He definitely has not been the same. He's different now. Be rad. What you think, man? Let's go.
First, anybody can get touched. Anybody. But as the people thinking that the whole Drake thing is a distraction from the Diddy thing, like, I don't know about that, to be honest, because the way I see it and the way I hear it is that with Drake's people want to call this whole thing off now because it got a little too real. You know, like Drake talked his shit, then Kendrick spoke what seems to be most likely truth, and then everybody wants to say, "Oh, he went below the belt." Bro, you talked about this kid not being the father of his son, like his best friend fathered his kid and shit. Like, you want to talk below the belt? That's below the belt. And if you fucking touch little kids, then you fucking deserve it. And I don't care if she's 17 or 16. That's fucking legal, bro. Like, bottom line. But
not everywhere.
But yeah, whatever. It is in Toronto and California and Miami.
It's
Places
illegal to
that
me.
count. New York.
With a teen,
It's
I don't fuck with.
17. It's 17.
I mean, if he wants to move to Kentucky and bang 14-year-olds, then that's his business. But I don't think Drake wants to be like that.
Yeah,
in my opinion. But
Alex,
what? Real quick. Let me just land this real quick though. So, like I was saying before we started, Drake has a lot of money behind him. He's got big name sponsors. He got Nike. He's got alcohol companies. He's got his own company, OVO. I mean, he's a lot of money. He's 400 million strong, and he's putting people's kids through fucking college and their kids. So I think that they're going to try to call this off. I heard they want Kendrick to like apologize and all this bullshit, which is not going to happen. We all know that. But this kid, he ventured into some murky water and he didn't see it coming because he's a fool. And that's it. You can't be on top forever. Somebody's got to take a fall eventually. And Kendrick looks like he's putting the fucking knife in this kid.
I really don't think Drake was the fucking the guy going at Kendrick. Kendrick set it on him, basically. That's what I think. Alex, man, what you think? You're talking about distraction. What you think, man?
Nah, I mean, I feel like somebody wanted to drop an album. They needed to get some waves moving, get the crowd attention, and then just completely
Nah,
messed it up, and now somebody gets shot, and now there's chaos ensues, and like the public is now taking this personal, and there's guys out there probably like, I'll kill for you, Drake. I'll kill.
they, yo, YouTube cut his ass off. What happened? Yo,
They dumped him. That's dope.
It probably was his reception, man. But look, I don't want to.
He was cooking too.
Let me let Ayo go.
Yep.
Ayo go.
I mean, first of all, forgive me for moving around and shit, and also,
damn, my bad, yo.
I'm on shrooms right now.
I got locked out.
But I feel it's absolutely a distraction. The fact that
don't let me stop. I want to hear you, Greg. I'm sorry.
How come I can't hear you?
I feel it's all a distraction from the real shit, but I mean, to be there's no below the belt. I'll chime in. Keep going.
Yeah, but why has it got to be a distraction? This is hip hop. This is fucking like this.
Why are Kendrick and Drake go like?
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. This is not a distraction. This can't be. When you calling somebody a pedophile, this ain't no distraction. It's just that Drake. I'm not going. And they say Drake bit off more than he could chew, but at the same time, want to. But he was forced into this shit. And
yeah, but you know what? If you touch kids and it's known in the industry, and you mess with underage girls and whatnot, but I'm saying if you mess with underage girls in the industry and people know about it, it's a public thing, pretty much. I mean, he had court cases that he paid off immediately to shut people up. If you're doing that shit and somebody starts hollering your name in a track, you just keep your fucking mouth shut. You don't say nothing back because you know what's going to get said about you. So he waded into this thinking he's the GOAT. He just got slapped up real quick.
But they came back with Kendrick Lamar. They said they got the receipts. People know stuff about him and his wife and domestic violence. So dude, a wife beater is always going to be better than somebody who sleeps with underage girls. Yeah, but that's the thing. Nobody's proven that he slept with an underage girl or did anything in that. That's a strict.
What do you think? Honestly, what do you think?
No, but the thing is, the accusation alone, like what B Rad brought up, the fucking Drake he's not just a rapper. He's a fucking brand, big, huge brand.
But
lots of money behind that. Accusation alone could destroy a lot of shit.
But
he's a business.
Because look, you are a pioneer when it comes to this shit. When it comes to this lane, you understand that all it takes for a person is to throw an accusation out, to throw mud in the water. But let's not let
1,000%.
But life ain't fair. We know that.
Nah, they gonna use the social media against you by throwing an accusation and let them get you. But hold on, I wanted to make this point. Let's not forget this is wrong. All this shit is a distraction. Any entertainment, sports, TV, all of it is entertainment.
From what's really important.
Yeah, I totally feel like they're like
in that part, like that part, like it's.
But don't highlight Drake and Kendrick like, oh, this is a distraction. No, this is wrong. All this shit is a distraction.
It's real, but it's all a distraction. Sports, music, it's all bullshit.
To be attacking, to put that energy into attack some one person, like is just, it seems like a foolish, like bad aim. Like if you're not going after the people that you know are responsible for all the fault, like.
Bottom line, does anybody here?
That's why I bite my tongue, because it's.
No, I love it. But
does anybody here honestly think that Kendrick Lamar is gonna, or any legitimate rapper, not some idiot looking for clout?
I think Kendrick Lamar and Drake are artists, and they should be, it shouldn't be this fucking like play of like, you know what I mean? Like,
But
Yeah,
when you
this is
talk
the
Like,
about
first
art,
legitimate battle in
I
15.
don't even.
This is the first legitimate battle in 10, 15 years. Somebody's got to lose a career over this shit. Like, it's not for
Yeah, but
fun.
it's like the
They're
Why
talking
isn't
real
wackest
Diddy
shit.
losing his
people to
fucking
like.
career
I
over
mean,
this shit? What the
Yo,
fuck? Like,
bottom line is
like,
none of these guys are gonna lose their careers because they got money. They got money,
lose your
and
Well,
there's no
career.
real
nah,
proof.
we're gonna keep
but
them in the
listen,
light. That's what's happening. We're
check this
keeping them
out.
in the light, in the spotlight. Because like,
We
who the
gotta
hell
Hopefully,
stop
were these?
stepping on each other though. Please. This channel, we want everybody perspective. We want to hear everybody. That's all. And we gotta
sure.
land. But go ahead, like, because conspiracies, I'm with it all. But right now, this shit ain't making no sense to when you talk about the pedophile and that type of shit. That ain't no
let me
conspiracy.
touch on
That's
that. Let me touch on this is what I don't like. If y'all knew that about the man the whole time, why are you waiting to a rap battle to expose that? I don't like people who do that. You're just
I
as
like
worse as
that
he
point.
is.
You're right.
You're
You're just
complicit
as worse as he is if you wait until if you knew this the whole I'm gonna
Yeah,
kill the
like, yo,
world.
you already knew
Like,
why you listen to them.
yeah, if it's so moral for you to be that, why are you waiting for this to say something about it if y'all knew the whole time? That's how
because
you
they're
know
afraid. They're
it's
afraid of who's
patty
behind them.
Nah, that's how you know it don't have no validity to it. Because if
It's
it
just
did,
crazy that like
No, they're
saying
spending like
the
two,
even
three hundred
Bro, you see
dollars.
what's going on in Hollywood right now? Everybody knows what's going on. I've been watching interviews since the early 90s of people talking about producers and directors doing weird shit with people in order to get roles. And everybody knows about it, but nobody's speaking on it. And just now we're starting to hear a little bit about it.
well,
But they all know.
we're way past the point of people not speaking about it. I mean, like,
Yeah, but
but
the music industry is just starting to touch on this. They just shine
I'm
a
just
light
saying,
like
on
even when
Hollywood.
it's
Now they're
even
going
with
after music.
But that's the
and
thing about evolution of human beings. That's why we're changing this. We got more access to everything. So yeah, of course. Back in the day, there were songs backstage, underage, adolescents. We was all dancing to it. Like,
they
come
was
on, but
tripping.
yeah, honestly, like let's be
They
real
was
here, man.
tripping, bro.
Like
They was tripping, bro. They actually recorded that, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy.
and we was rocking with it. The conspiracy thing, I'm starting to lean on AO though. You know why? Because guess what? The bigger the big, you can't just throw some shit on us no more. We so smart. It gotta be crazy. It gotta be, you know what I mean? Drake is rich as fuck, and he's a brand. Like this hit ain't affecting his pocket. It's not really affecting his lifestyle. So why not? Maybe they did sit at a round table and said, "All right,
No,
but we got to make it realistic. So I'm gonna do this and do that." Blah
Yo,
blah
because
blah.
that's damning allegations, bro. These any day, but these days especially, like underage girls, any kind of essay or any of that shit, no, you're done for. You don't even go to
Hey, y'all.
trial these days. You're just immediately crucified. So if any real like information comes out that this might be legit, he's done before he even goes to court. The court of public opinion was matters now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't like I don't like to wait till this happens to even entertain an accusation like that. So I'm gonna wait, but I think it's over
I
because
know.
Top just came out and said that ain't nobody, it wasn't real, ain't nobody get shot or killed. So let's just
Sounds
leave
like
it
a
there.
cover up.
Let's move forward.
like
No, I mean that's honorable.
like honestly at that point, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you
I
off.
want them
No, go
I
both
just
to
ahead.
sit
I
down
just
and
had
admit
that
that
like I
they
just had
both
like the
lied.
vision like this should be ended with Kendrick and fucking Drake meeting and having a handshake and being like, yo, we're above this. Like nobody should be getting shot over bullshit. You know what I mean? Fucking line
Fuck that.
regardless.
I want them
And
to both sit down together and tell us to our faces
for
that
the
they fucking
kids, like
lied.
that's
That they lied. Because they didn't lie. They're not lying. They're not lying. This shit is
They're
That's
not
not
real.
gonna do
gonna
that.
happen. Yeah,
They're
yeah.
talking shit, but it's real. And everybody's going to act like it didn't fucking happen. And then we're all complicit in it because I don't believe that he wouldn't. I
We
don't
give
believe that he
we
wouldn't.
give people credit. We give human beings credit. Like
but
everybody's so
like
smart.
think about how they could actually be cool behind the scenes, like, and that's like, you know what I mean? Like
Nah.
it's why
I'm
it's
not
like
saying they're not, but Drake's been famous since he's a teenager. You think he hasn't done anything creepy
Nah.
or weird in that whole industry? What do you like? Come on now. Come on now.
I'm just
I mean,
saying
if the
like
guy's a saint, I believe it, but he's not a saint.
I'm just the
I was
like
about to ask Alex.
the scene, like them actually shaking hands and like saying like we're not at war, like or like
Yeah.
you know what I mean we're above that. That would be
That's real.
censored.
Gay.
Like
Gay.
that's you know what I mean. Like you're not allowed to do shit like that. Like yeah, this fighting and everything. Like yeah, keep that up, but
Yeah,
don't
no.
show peace.
Because
Like
that
type
shit
shit.
would be
Like
weak.
because
Let's be honest. This isn't fucking.
that's
This
not that
isn't
would
like.
be strength. honest.
This isn't
Like,
the Boy Scouts.
like-
This is fucking rap.
But if
This is
anybody
rap.
can
This is
do it,
not
they
me.
can because they bosses. They got their own. It's not like they really
So
they
boring.
need the label and the machine to keep going. So it's able to do it. But I don't think
Phone
it can
keeps
be
cutting out.
I don't think it'd be a play behind the scenes once you say something about the pedophilia. Once you try to accuse me of that, it's no longer a play. It's no longer holding hands because that'll kill me off before anything. That's why I don't want people to try to get distracted from the battle. Let's not be Wendy Williams get caught up on all this and that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah. Yep.
people done said, didn't Jay-Z say something about Nas baby feet and all that? Like, come on, bro. Like,
No, but
They
hold
said
up.
a lot about each
You were
other.
saying
Nah,
this is a distraction too, if I'm not mistaken.
you said what?
You were saying some shit like that, if I'm not mistaken. You were saying this is a distraction. EST. Am I mistaken? Am I bugging?
Y'all say it's a what?
No, he said sports and music and all that is a
Yeah,
distraction
all
from
this
what's
is-
really
all
going
this
on in the
Oh,
world.
okay, my bad.
And we
I'm
ain't speaking on all
stupid,
that.
That's why we got
Yeah,
B
yeah.
Rad too.
Nah, it ain't no distraction, man. It's just something that it's tip of the iceberg to end up spilling over. That's just
It's
what it is.
opiates
I'm very
for the
interested
masses.
in
That's what
AO's
it
point of
is.
view, though. I want to know
And
why
it's
the
about
hell
time,
he think.
bro. And we said this last week, didn't we? Say I'm tired of the DJ Khaled era. Everybody getting huggy. Fuck that.
That's what I'm
Let's
saying.
I
We
love
need
it.
something. We need something to
It's
pop
time
here.
to
What the
pick
fuck?
sides and end some
Calling a truce
careers.
is weak. That shit is weak. This is rap music. This ain't the fucking Boy Scouts. Let's get it. Like, what's going on
Okay,
here?
so
Like,
on
all
that note,
right.
on that
I
note,
mean-
though.
I mean,
how
if
do
you
we
want
feel about J.
positivity,
Cole
go to
now?
a kindergarten class.
Honestly.
But we're in rap music here now. Like, this is
I
different.
don't know if y'all was ever fans of J. Cole. Alex, were you ever a fan of J. Cole? How do you feel about J. Cole and he backed out of this beef? What do you think? You know, what's up with that? That's crazy.
So
Smart.
the crazy thing was I just watched the video again of him on stage, like explaining how he back in the day would have been a different person and would have went after him and started going. But now that he's grown and he's like a mature person and a higher
Oh, yeah, I think
being,
that's
you know, you saw that, and he was like, "Oh, I just want to say, you know, I want to let it go because he's a great guy," and blah blah blah. So he basically folded. He left the beef, and you know, J. Cole as an artist, I heard Power Trip, you know, back in the when he first came out. That was pretty good. And then
well, that's not the
Get
question.
Off My Dick was good.
Yo, get off this bootleg internet you got. I don't know what's going on, but J. Cole, we all know J. Cole talented. We all know J. Cole is a GOAT rapper. We all know that. That's not the question here. We're not talking about that. What I'm talking about is like, because you know, these artists in the industries, they get heads up of what's going to happen. They get heads up of what the fuck is going to happen. When you're dealing with $1 billion Drake and fucking big money, all these dudes, like, you know what I mean? They don't, you can't just release a song.
I mean,
like that without some big dogs knowing what the fuck is going to happen, like what's going on. It's too much money and too much people involved. You feel me? This is a catastrophic.
Yeah, I mean, initially I thought. Yeah, nah, for real. I thought this was all about Drake selling T-shirts with Nocta, and like, you know, selling and promoting a new album. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I did too.
I just feel like, you know, J. Cole was just like, you know, I don't want none of this. Like, I just got to stay the fuck away from it. I don't want to get exposed. They probably was like, Kendrick probably pulled some bullshit, say like, you know, I'm a pedophile or I'm a rapist or I beat my wife or something, and like, you know, splurge on his name. He didn't want none of that, you know.
Man,
he heard that song and he was like talking to his son, and he was like, "Yo, I'll tell you, son. You know, when you grow up, your daddy's a piece of shit. He sucks. You know,
yeah,
yeah, bro. He definitely didn't want none of that.
I know.
And he was
at first, I thought
people.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go in. There you go.
Hey, people missing the context, man. He has a relationship with both of them. He just came off of Drake's tour. He's a fellow North Carolinian. Shout out Fayetteville 2-6. It's honorable as a man to say, you know what, that ain't my business. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Now,
I mean, I respect it. I
don't get that. No, I don't. Because it's hip hop. What the fuck?
But at the same time, yes, exactly. If you're gonna try to come in hard as like, you know, I'm a beast and this and that.
But
You
this
better
the
have
thing,
something
though. This
slick
the
to come
thing.
back and say.
This the thing he
Yeah,
realized,
exactly. The
though.
sport
But
of
this
hip
the
hop.
thing. We not in those times no more, bro. If this was a Wayne era, let's say at least 10 years ago, you can come in with some lyrics, and he know nowadays they're not gonna make it about lyrics and rapping. So he's like, I don't want to get into the Wendy Williams messy shit. I just want to spit, and if we're not gonna do that, I'm out of this shit. Holler at me when it's just about spitting and we talking this rap shit.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
no.
get that. Yeah, I like that point. You're right. EST.
Yeah, it's like now they talking
Yeah,
messy,
I
and
like that point a lot.
he's always been to himself, and this ain't out. This ain't out his trajectory, man. He's always been on some Zen Buddha shit. But when that last album, that the basketball thing shit, man, come on, bro, you can't fuck with him.
I'm not a fan of his at all. I can't lie.
I'm not a big fan of him, but I know when people spit, you have to give it up to them, and we know. A lot of people
And we
just
know,
don't
yeah,
pay
exactly.
attention.
If
But
you
think about
respect
this.
the art form, like I could say
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of his, but I could still say he's the top 3
Exactly.
MC right now, top 5.
And then look at this.
No,
How many people have been in here
entertainer-wise, they're
since he-
great.
How many people been in there since he's been here? Has came and gone. He's still here and relevant, and got the hits, got the Grammy,
Word.
Crooked Smile, got this, got that.
All right, but maybe, now back to the distraction thing. Maybe, come on, man. Diddy has been out the news lately. A lot of shit has got to be something about it. Like, maybe,
Yeah,
no.
he just fell out.
Huh? No, honestly, because there could be forces that induce the battle. Now, Kendrick, he a gangster. He's from a real gang. So he gonna take it to another level. He ain't gonna worry about none of that other shit. You feel me? But at the same time, there could be something to this distraction thing. Ayo, man. Like,
That's how I feel.
why are you so convinced that it's a distraction, Ayo?
I feel like this beef feels real because it is real and everybody can relate to it and everybody can pick up, listen to the bars and everything, and it's relatable. It makes sense that it's real, and it was like one of the things they had to
But why do you
install.
think it's a distraction? Why are you so convinced that it's a distraction? Like what you know what I mean? Like what distraction from what? I want to know. What do you think is a distraction from?
I mean, that's just when you understand the media and how the media, like when something actually is important, the next day, it's some fucking celebrity's marriage fucking shit. Like
before we fucking do our show.
Fuck, I'm by the window now.
I'm sorry.
Hopefully the
I told
internet's
you.
better. I'm in a
I ate a shit ton of
different spot
shrooms this
tonight
morning.
than I am
My
usually,
bad.
boys. Sorry.
Yo, but
also,
Alex, when you drop, every time you come back, you can't just come back and start talking. You gotta just come back quiet because somebody was talking. You feel me?
Hold up.
Look, this ain't no distraction. It's like this shit, man. All of it is. If you in the entertainment business and movies and music, all that shit is an entertainment, sports, coliseum, anything that ain't got nothing to do with regular, real life, food, water, shelter, family, and planning for your future. It's all a distraction to keep you away from that. While behind the scenes, your rights and liberties are being taken away from you. That's probably what he was saying, and that's what really means something at the end of the day. All this entertainment, you're not going to care about entertainment when you're on your deathbed. You know what I'm saying? So
y'all motherfuckers, ESP and B-Rad, we've been doing this for a minute, but these motherfuckers, they became real professional podcasters. They the professional potters on this bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hey, for real, and respect. I'm like listening. That's like, it's like I forget that I'm here, like supposed to be chiming in, but I'm just paying attention and listening.
I know, but we don't look at. We're not mad at y'all. We get it. It's hard to do this shit. You feel me? But these dudes, they've been doing it for years now. So it's a beautiful.
Also, like it's like I'm not a fan of either. So it's like I like to chime in as an artist. I feel foolish to even do that because like.
No, you're here for your personality. We want to know what you gotta say. I don't care how crazy.
What I gotta say is I feel it is like not even a distraction, but if I feel why isn't anybody ever going after Diddy, but like that's what it is. It's you know.
Listen,
Going
No.
after him
I'm
for
glad
what?
that we're not hearing about Diddy every day. Check it
Going
out.
after him for
His
what?
houses got raided, right?
Okay.
Charges are waiting
And
to
that's
be
why
filed, and then they're going to go to court over it. We don't need to hear about it every day. We know he's suspected of something, and a year and a half, we'll watch him go to trial for it, or we'll hear
Yeah.
about why he's not going to trial for
See,
it.
but
I
this,
don't want to hear about it every day. I don't need to hear about it every day, and they're not going to have any new information. It's just going to be points of view and opinions, and I don't want to hear none of it.
That's true. But
and I
at
don't
the
want to
same
hear
time,
anybody got shot over beef that you know what I mean. Like
Yeah, but if
was
you're a
this?
rapper and you want to talk some crazy shit about your
I do.
like somebody's dude's man having their kid or somebody being a pedophile, like somebody's gonna get fucking hurt. Like
Yeah, those are
at
like
first I thought
crazy
this was for
accusations. You know, like you
yeah, that's what
gotta.
I'm saying. Like this ain't like I slapped you up
But
and
let me
took your
throw a
fucking
narrative out
chain.
there. Let me throw a narrative out there. The bodyguard shit ain't got nothing to do with the Kendrick
Nah,
shit.
that's
because
got nothing to do with
It's a,
Kendrick.
it's a narrative going around.
yeah, I was about to
you
get.
know,
That's one of my questions. Like, yeah, you
That's
know,
probably a
but
crazy fan. That's probably a
You know,
crazy fan.
nah,
Or
nah,
some
nah,
other
nah.
Yeah,
drama
that's
that
what I
somebody's
mean. Like
sliding in while
somebody's
there's drama
loyalty.
elsewhere.
Let me give
Or
you
it's
a
somebody
little
who has a
context,
problem with
man.
him already from somewhere else, and they're like, "Now's a good time to strike because he's got lit drama across the board."
Let me give you a little insight. Now, Drake and The Weeknd just parted ways. You
yeah,
know,
Yeah, they got problems.
okay. Now listen, they have an entourage, and these dudes are reputables, right? Now,
Mhm.
The Weeknd manager Cash XO just got shot in L.A. and a week later, Drake security guard gets shot, right? And these two crews know each other. So my thing is, who goes and does a drive-by in that type of neighborhood besides somebody who's been there and then you know them?
yeah.
Yeah,
ain't-
but how many
That's how it
cameras are
is.
in that neighborhood that caught that car and nobody's
But
talking
this
about it?
the
And the cops
thing.
don't care either.
This the
That's some
thing.
Toronto shit. That's some Toronto shit. I think.
Yeah, yeah.
You know
So
what I mean?
that's a narrative. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying people can't. It seems blatant all the time when they're like, oh, that had to be from this, but a lot of times
No.
when you down to the truth, that has nothing to do with what's
Yeah, they
currently
all
going on.
have so much going on in so many different directions, so many people around in there,
Yeah.
and there's so much different shit. Plus, again, it's rap, so you got people who are about crazy lifestyles in there, and then you have people trying to show out and act like they're crazy about it. So wild
And you
shit
could all-
happens.
But this is
and you
another
could
thing.
just
You're
sit.
missing out the last one. You're missing out the last one. The last one is a motherfucker who you think ain't about it, but
And
the
really
whole
is.
time he's a whole fucking tiger. He's a
Yeah,
shark.
of course.
You know what I'm saying?
There's
You gotta
a
watch
million
them.
different ways. There's a million
You
different
gotta
ways
watch
for
them
sure.
because a lot of people in the graveyard behind thinking what somebody else ain't.
That's a
Mm.
fact.
The
And
greatest
that's
trick the
not
devil ever pulled was
Big facts.
convincing people he didn't exist.
Kendrick is from a real gang now. We don't, and that's just the facts. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm just saying he's
Shout
from
out
a real
Westside Pyro.
gang. Like you can't.
And I
play
don't
with
think Kendrick being a known individual and rolling with known men, criminal, whatever, gang, whatever it may be. I don't think he's gonna go out and say some wild ass crazy shit like this in the spotlight if it's not true. Because if anybody in the rap game is gonna stand on business, it's somebody who really is with a crew of some sort because
That's
they
a
have to
big
stand
fact.
on it.
And you know what?
Yeah.
You
What does
just
that mean?
reminded
What
me.
does that mean,
and-
though? What does that mean?
Nah, but look,
That
yeah,
means
see,
that if he's talking shit and he
sorry.
causes drama, his crew might fucking deal with him in a very special way because that's some crazy
Baka
shit to
not
say.
nice. I used to like that song. He from OVO,
You know,
and I live up to my name. And that shit was hard. Okay, it's not nice that I live up to my name. He did 13 years
Who?
for something involving a minor girl, and that's in
You talking
OVO.
about Baka? You talking about Baka?
Baka, yeah.
That's wild. That's wild.
you know, like I just like
That's
the whole
wild.
like concept of like this battle is just like funny though for like the spirit of hip hop because the whole point of battling was like nobody knew who you were and you came to battle for like the ring, like you know what I'm saying, like and
I
what
like where you're
now is
going,
being
yo.
now
like
is now it's being pushed as the battle. Like you gotta be fucking what? You gotta have decades under you as the champ before you can, you know what I mean? Like, and now they're taking
they
shots
teach,
at
I
like
like where you're going.
they
Hey,
teach
yo.
a
I'm
class
just
in
like
Harvard.
it's interesting that that's what they're calling the after the Diddy thing. I don't know. I'm just
No,
because
but I mean, would you rather
battling
watch two
should
nobodies?
it should be inspiring to young artists is what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it should
Yeah.
it should make you want to fucking jump like I battle rap. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But I have no desire to want to battle either one of them because I'd be battling him like, yo, J. Cole's better than both of you and more of a man for fucking backing out before they.
So,
Like,
yeah.
I don't think he was
Yeah,
more of a
like,
man. I just think he
I'll
was
imagine-
fight
smart.
all of you for Nas.
Well, I'm just saying, like, check it out. They teach a class in Harvard and in multiple schools about fucking the rap beef between Nas and Jay-Z. Like, you want to see two titans go at it, or two no-name kids at a club somewhere? I'd rather see two big dogs fight it out for who really is the best, the real ring.
Thing. But
You know,
And it's the sport of it. And I thought
two
this
very
was so
different
whack.
kinds of men. Like, you know what I mean? Like the
Agreed.
kind of
All right.
guys that will fucking sit in there,
Agreed.
like Nas and Jay-Z, comparing the two, or even calling them titans. Like, I'd say it's a god and a
what I'm
titan.
saying.
But like, not
At
even
the
that.
time, who
Because like that's the kind of guy that'll fucking, if he behind closed doors could have fucking taken Nas's life and been known as Nas, he would have done that every fucking step. And somehow he's still fucking. That's my opinion as somebody on the ground. I don't fucking know.
I got a question for the panel.
Shut the fuck up.
Drake, obviously richer, more famous, big dog, big dog in the game. One of the biggest artists of all times. Artist,
Huge.
period, not just hip hop artists.
Monster.
Kendrick, you know, he's a gang member, yeah, and he was charged for a murder at a young age, and I don't know what happened with that case or whatever, but yeah, he's a gang member. But it's funny now. I find like Kendrick is more loved than Drake. He's got more like
He's the street. He represents
which
the
one would you
underdog.
rather be? You feel me? You want to
He
be
represents real rap. He's the underdog. He's from the street. He's not
No.
fucking OVO. He's not.
Like I
he's
said-
not.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I'll wait till y'all go.
Yeah, like I said last time, that K Dot has been around for a long time, and he's been
Real
underground. You could just imagine like Drake and Kendrick in a club setting, like in an underground club setting, and they
Kendrick
both got
would
the mics on them, and
Kendrick would
you got
murder him.
Go
Fact.
imagine Drake
I don't
goes
even
first,
class
and
it.
he's like, "Yo,
He's a,
All right, but
Like,
which one would you
and
rather?
he has
I
to
could
pull
see
out his
Kendrick.
head.
I could see Kendrick like kind of like
I could see
like
Kendrick
like
going,
holding his
okay,
own with
let me
Papoose,
slap.
but like I can't see
I
Drake
can see
ever
that.
being able to battle
Exactly
Papoose.
what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying. Kendrick would come back and spit some nasty fire at him, and
Hold
he
on,
would
man,
have
hold
nothing
on.
to say. He couldn't say nothing
Hold
back.
Yeah, but if they
These
get in the
dudes-
studio, then what
these
happens?
dudes
You know
have
what I'm saying?
reasons
Like,
And then he gets in the
biased.
studio, and then
Fuck all that. Listen, who else was spitting with Wayne back in the day? But Drake, going bar for bar. These dudes got
were.
Oh my
biased.
God!
Listen.
yeah, but who ghostwrote for Drake at
That's
that time? Who was
yeah,
ghostwriting?
exactly.
Oh,
Wayne.
yeah,
Wayne
that's
set
what I'm
that
saying.
whole
If
shit
you
up.
go in the studio, you got time to prepare, and you got a whole script to put
Okay.
together, and you can make
Hey,
a fire song. He's a
All
good
right, time out.
entertainer.
that's
Time out.
facts though. Because Weezy, it's like you.
Time out,
Right?
everybody, please, because we always
Weezy,
respect our
baby.
comments. I've never seen this name, Vic Newman. I didn't understand this comment. What does that mean? Kendrick
Kendrick
loved.
loved the NYC. That tells me everything I need to know. Kendrick loved the NYC.
I don't get it.
Why
think he said-
why
I
did he
think
leave
he's saying-
Compton? Why would anybody leave Compton when they get money? I'd fucking be out too. What are you crazy?
he-
Who the fuck
Yeah,
is
I
in
mean-
Compton?
Yeah, of course.
Hold on. Yeah.
Why isn't
Man,
Dre still in
Compton's your home.
Compton?
Vic, you gotta help me out in that. I don't know what you're getting at. But
I think
then
he
he
said
said this.
Oh, okay, here you go.
Why did Kendrick move
Oh, I
from
didn't.
Compton? J. Cole also saved Kendrick and NYC at a club from getting beat up. I mean,
Yeah, but who
that's
doesn't
probably
love
true.
NYC? Come on now.
Let me read that
But
again.
that's context and that's insight. And I mean, shout out to West Side Pyrus, but Kendrick wasn't like, even the people in the West Side Pyrus not saying Kendrick out there posted. A lot of the new
No, he
recruits
wasn't
don't
one of
even know.
those. Yeah.
Okay, so let's stop trying to give him like this whole, like, if you ask me, Kendrick came in with the backpack era. He wasn't trying to, so him and Drake are the same thing. Now my
I'm
thing
not
is,
trying to
Yeah,
give
but
him
they're
that.
not.
I'm speaking
They're
the
not
fact.
even in the
He's
same
a
world,
real
but they
rap-
do
he's a
play in the
real
same
MC.
arena.
okay,
He's
but
I'm
listen,
not trying to
legit.
give him that.
just
J.
because
Cole
it's a
just.
worthy-
Real MC. And he's super nice, and he never had no ghostwriter or no BBLs.
Plus, I mean, listen, look,
Hey, we gotta stop
Drake.
that, yo. That's pause.
J.
As
Cole
men-
just embodies
when,
wisdom.
When we say BBL, that's referring to a Brazilian butt lift. That means you're looking at a man's butt. He don't have a BBL, bro.
Yo, you
That's
wild.
pause. We gotta stop with that, bro. It's like what you
I mean,
trying to say?
You know,
Somebody- Hey, but look, what about that? What about that?
got real
What about the Rick and Game shit?
what happened?
You know, a Game responded to Rick Ross.
Yeah, what's up with these two, man? Why are they trying to
Yeah,
get pitiful to me?
And I don't like how Rick Ross tried to clown Drake for having an old jet. It's like we're common folk. How the fuck do we like, bro? That's such a whack. You have an old jet.
No,
It's
but
like,
you see what's going on. These
okay.
old washed up dudes
I mean,
trying to grab on to
What kind
whatever
of
they
insult is
can
that?
to still be
What kind
relevant.
of insult is that?
you got an
though?
old jet. I got a new
You
jet.
got a yeah. What kind of insult is that? 90% of America don't have one jet. How you gonna diss somebody's jet? Like,
Yeah,
Plus,
I don't
is it
have
really
no
cool to
jet.
pay twice as
So
much to
what's
get to the
going
same
on?
place at the same time? Like you're paying twice as much to get to the same place at the same time. Like, dude's not sitting in fucking like business class. He's got his own jet. Doesn't matter when it's from.
Exactly. How are you dissing me by having an old jet? What, you want me to have a 2024 jet?
Bro, I'd
First
love
of
to
all,
have that problem. I'd love
Shut
to
the
get
fuck
made fun
up.
of for having an old jet.
Drake,
yeah, I fly Delta. I don't know.
Like,
And then they bringing out the cop shit with him. They bringing out all this extra shit with Rick Ross. We done heard it 1,000 times. I just hope Game come with the spitting in the bars because people don't know. A lot of people don't know Game got bars, bro.
Yeah, of course he does. But
I do believe that's the
he's legit.
Look, Vic made a good point, but I do
Pat Stay
believe
was
that
gonna.
that's a low blow. That's a stupid blow. It's dumb. It's like
That's like the lowest of the insults.
Like
that's like
that argument is dumb to me. I don't like that.
Yeah,
you got no jokes if that's the first thing that you can come up with.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, smart.
What? Wait. What is?
He can never live down. Put a Molly in a drink.
Somebody the way they look, where like you're a white boy or you're like black. That like if you're insulted the way,
whoa,
you know what I'm saying? That's the lowest of the shit. No jokes.
It's low hanging fruit, but some people can make it sound good.
I mean,
still, it's whack, bro. I'd rather insult your intellectual or fucking like something you're doing than taking advantage of the way you look.
Yeah, but check it out. In the argument, I take 50, but Ja Rule had a dope line about 50. He said, yeah, what is it like? You look like a gorilla with buck teeth, Bugs Monkey. Like that shit was dope.
He said, "What?
50
he's
is
like you look like a gorilla with buck teeth."
He's the ultimate troll.
No, but I'm saying Ja Rule said it about 50, and that shit was funny as hell. But it was about his looks. But that shit was funny as hell.
Well, like I said about evolution of human beings, yeah, the hip hop battle is going to change too. This is how it goes. This is what it is. Everything's going to change. Nothing stay the same. It advances and whatever else. You know what I mean? But on another note, we might come back to that because everybody want to talk about that shit right now. But NBA YoungBoy is so sad. You know what I mean? What's going on? We already know his life is over. You feel me? He got like 64 counts of the fraudulent shit and everything else.
They dropped like 25 charges.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say his life is over because
they need one. They only need one to stick, and that's why they throw 70 charges at people.
But life as he know it is over. So now he was in court today, and basically he waived his preliminary. B-Rad, explain what the hell does that mean? He waived his preliminary because he wanted to try to get this bail, this $100 bail. He in there scratching, itching. He gotta get the fuck out right now. But anyway,
he's up. He's up for 100K.
Waiving your preliminary.
All right, so he waived his preliminary, meaning that they're not going to try to bargain or argue or anything like that. They're going to go to trial. They want to get bail. He's got $100,000 bail, and he wants to take it. He's fine by now. Like, I don't care how bad you're coming off lean or any kind of opiate. 2-3 weeks max, you're fucking fine. You're fine.
He didn't look good in the court. He looked crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure he did, bro. He been going through hell for 3 weeks. Plus with the drama and he didn't have a choice. They won't give him a blade.
Hey, I'm glad.
So what? Well, basically, Mace. I got a professional on here, Mace Lowe.
Mace Lowe. Shout out to Mace Lowe.
Yo, what up, Mace?
Yeah. All right, I got a question here. NBA YoungBoy, he's in a lot of trouble or whatever else. We talked about that, but basically, he was in court today. He's trying to get a bail. He got $100,000 bail. He want to get it. But he waived his preliminary. Is that a form of copping out, or because basically I know they ain't no fight in this case, I think, basically. But what do you think as far as waiving the preliminary? What does that really mean, though?
All he's trying to do is gain as much time as he can before he has to go to preliminary. Waiving preliminary hearing is basically all you going is all that is you going to hear your what you charged with and how much time you looking at. So,
and argue over bail.
Preliminary hearing is basically for it.
But he waived it. Was that a good choice for him or what? Or what like,
I know.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nah, it's that. I mean,
it basically don't mean nothing. You saying?
It means he's just accepting the bail that they put up for him, and that's it. He's going to take it. He's not going to argue it.
I guess 100,000 is not that bad for him.
For a dope thing, that's a dream with big money. He wants out.
It's gonna hurt him. It's not gonna help him. It's just that part of the court don't mean nothing.
Okay.
That's gonna mean something. You feel me? So yeah.
You know, I just hate this drug culture. How is you know, maybe NBA wouldn't be as great without the drugs. I don't know, but the boy is talented. You feel me? And it's destroying lives. Like for real. I hate to sound cliche and fucked up, but these kids that dealing with these designer drugs when you're at a young age and your brain ain't even developed yet, like
that's facts.
It's fucked up. It's crazy.
It's a good.
Let's get it straight. First off,
and like, you know, like
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Al.
No.
All right,
so
let's be honest. Like designer drugs are different. Designer drugs, MDMA, ecstasy, shit like that. All right. If you're drinking lean, you're just taking a derivative of heroin. It's opium based. Like you're taking an opiate. He is into the darkest part of drugs there are, and this is not going to be over in 2 weeks because all he's dreaming right now. He's fine, but he wants to get out because he wants to get back at that, and he's gonna. And the best thing for this kid is not 6-7 years. Yeah, he was fake inscription shit. Yeah, it's horrible. It's really bad. But instead of putting somebody in jail for 10+ years, you could put him in a 12 to 18 month mandatory program. And if he fucks up there, then he goes and does his time. But if not, I mean, that could save this kid's life.
Rehab.
That could save this kid. Yeah, mandatory 12 to 18 month mandatory rehab. And if he fucks up there, then they send him to prison.
They gotta lock him up in rehab. Like, you know.
Right. He's right, because that's all the things are leading to these bad decisions. Is that
1,000%?
He would like. I agree 100%.
He wasn't doing armed robberies. He was calling in fucking prescriptions. That seems like a harmless crime, and it really fucking isn't a big deal
compared to. And when you know when saying blindly like that's just all the distraction shit, because how is that a crime compared to the shit that whatever.
It's not, but he's a rapper. He's not a statesman or a president. It's different.
Sad because as a rich man who's super rich and got generational wealth, he should be able to do what the fuck he want with his body. Like, honestly, I'm sorry. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
On a bigger picture, he's rich. Like when we coming from the ghetto, we always say, oh yeah, don't do drugs. It's gonna fuck with your pursuit to happiness, money. Basically, that's all it's about. But this kid is already rich as fuck. Like. Fuck him. Let him smoke his light. Let him do whatever.
Yeah, he's a grown man. But the thing is he
they let you drink alcohol.
Facts. Alcohol is the worst thing in the world. But he violated federal law. He called in fake prescriptions, and he's getting high off of regulated drugs.
Yeah, the feds want to get him.
Look, hold up.
Thank you.
This ain't uncommon though. Jim Carrey's girlfriend overdosed on some pills that was his, but
everybody in Hollywood is OD'd at some point in time.
They give you an alias, right? So you can use this name because you don't want, I guess, people know. So they'll give him a pass, but be like he's a drug addict.
Yeah, but they caught this kid calling in fake scripts. They know for a fact they caught his homegirls trying to pick it up in his car.
Yeah,
they went to his house. They found scripts. They found prescriptions. Hold on. Let me cook. They found prescriptions in this kid's crib with other people's names on it, the names that he was using to fake and call in. That's federally fucked, bro. You don't play with people. That's like stealing a script pad. You are fucked.
For that. Yeah.
That's retarded shit. But how else are you gonna get lean? No, it's not because they tightened up. 10 years ago, we get lean anywhere we wanted. Now you got to pay out the ass, and it's got to come from somebody, and it's gonna be pieced together. This kid just want to go straight to the source. Plus, he's not. But he's not selling it though. He's not out there pumping it. He's not getting gallons of it. He's getting a bottle and doing it himself.
I wonder if I wonder if he would have thought he could have pulled it off before COVID.
I
During
mean,
COVID,
yeah,
he was definitely hitting hard. That's why he's got
desperate
70 charges.
and drugs takes away your self-esteem and your what's the word?
Inhibition.
Like your inhibitions, inhibitions, and you don't give a fuck. Like,
No, it makes
That's
you
a
do
fact.
dumb shit. Especially, plus, it's not just taking away your inhibitions. When you start dealing with that class of drug, that shit steals your soul. Bottom line,
Yeah,
people do
100%.
anything for that. It's
mm.
bad. And this kid
Well,
ain't
we
out there
don't-
killing
hey,
people. He ain't out there
if you
killing
And
got-
like,
people.
you
He's
know,
just
those
pretending to be an old
moves, moves are kind of like if you watch it, like proof that guy thinks he's gonna die if he doesn't have a supply of that shit, which is, you know, like
Mm-hmm. You have no control
make-
over it. Plus, you know what? He's
the
not
drug
out there.
is the
He didn't
criminal.
turn, but he didn't. But he didn't
we
turn to
talking about
pumping dope.
85% of America right now. We ain't talking about
Facts.
just NBA YoungBoy.
That's true. That's a
No,
fact.
exactly. This is
Okay,
not. This
okay,
is. I mean, this is more
okay.
than just him. This is more than just
Okay.
him. This is not an issue with just YoungBoy. He is just a poster boy for a cultural issue we have right now.
And think about all the people that feel that same way that don't have, you know, the money and, you know,
Yeah.
shit to make those moves. That's a
Yeah, 'cause
huge
let's be
part of
honest,
the population.
The only victim in
And this
his
will come
crime
with it,
is
though.
himself.
Hold up, we ain't no bitching, and this is what come with it. You a boss, you top. Look, this is what I like about it. All the kids that idolize that, I want them to watch and see what happens.
I hear you.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
hear you.
When you go in
Yeah,
that
but it can
business,
also harden them. It can make them angry. It can make them say,
Who
"Fuck
gives a
that,
fuck?
rebel heavier."
who gives a fuck? You got two
It
options.
matters. That
Get on the
matters a
right
lot.
path.
But there's a small percentage of that do that rebels like that.
Yeah, but what if, like I said,
Everybody's
what if
not
the
gonna make it.
system?
But look
What
at
if the
Drake and,
system
you know,
decided
just like devil's advocate, Drake and Kendrick don't have drug problems. And if you want to be like either of them, regardless,
We don't know.
They
We
got
don't know
problems
that
you
they
can't
don't.
fix on your own.
Oh,
They got
touche,
problems they
touche,
can't fix
touche.
on their own.
Nah, facts, touche. Don't know that.
But check it out. What if the system actually has a heart? What if the system has a heart and does sentence Kendrick to 12 to 18 months mandatory rehab? If he fucks up there, then he gets his whole bid, whatever it is, what it is. But if you can walk the line, they might.
Because this menace, he already
That's
was on a
not hard.
10-year probation for out there clapping up gang activity. He you feel me? Like he's not.
But he's living in
money.
Utah.
He's
All
just
he's
a
doing is living in
perpetrator.
Utah, trying to abide best he can, and he's just trying to get high. And instead of turning the dope and pumping it off to other people, he's calling them fake scripts. That's victimless to me because he's still paying for the script.
Yeah,
nobody
but
got nobody
Wait,
got
when you
beat.
got-
No. Nobody
you're
got beat.
fucking
Nobody
with-
got beat. Nobody got beat. They just got
Yeah,
embarrassed,
this the thing.
and they
And
want to
that
lock them
part.
up.
Hold
If
on,
a
this the
drug
bad
addict
part
has a
about it.
victimless crime to get a
This is
hit,
the-
that's
He's the
like
only
you should put
victim.
him
He's
in
the only
automatic
victim, and it's
rehab.
his.
Not victimless.
He's the
Let
only
me tell
victim.
you
He's
why
a
it's
rich
not
man, and he's a
victimless.
man. He's got the
Okay,
choice.
no, I want to hear that. EST.
Because
Yeah,
the
we gotta-
doctor, it's a limit. The doctor has patients too. Now, what if somebody come to that doctor that's in need, and he done called in this doctor name and all these scripts in, and they like, look, we can't give you no more because somebody done ordered it, and the person who really need it don't get it because, and then the doctor gets in trouble because you're using my shit.
Do you know how rare it is to get prescribed promethazine with codeine? You know how rare that shit is? Because they got promethazine without the codeine. The
you could
codeine
be
is
the
not
exception.
necessary. Yeah,
You
but
could be the exception.
right, but I don't think
Okay.
YoungBoy is
Okay.
taking so much every month out of the fucking pharmacy that nobody else is gonna get their script
You
for
know,
all
like-
6 people that might need it.
Yeah, but
No,
like I
Nobody ever
know
think it-
people get the
All those
bottle.
people
You can
need
go
to-
and buy this prescription bottle. Like,
Yeah, Ben had that shit when we first started up. Like I had a ton of that shit. Like my
Yeah,
doctor was
yeah,
giving
I
me like
mean,
why
30.
Wu-Tang, yo,
people
promote
selling
Kung Fu.
prescription bottles, full prescription bottle for a couple $100. You know?
Have y'all ever popped perks and drunk lean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's why I'm talking about it.
I
'Cause I
mean,
know what it is.
My boy just
Right.
started a legal lean company called High Tech Syrup, and
Sounds like it's gonna
you
get
know,
shut down
High
eventually.
Tech, it's cannabis. I gave it to Bush. He had
Yeah,
you
yeah,
like it, right?
It's
And
not
I think-
lean.
So he
not
started
lean.
making legal
Ah.
lean out of cannabis
lie.
syrup.
I felt
That's
cool.
not
I-
lean.
I-
That's called.
I
That's a
pull out double
tincture.
cup and pour it up on some ice. And feel
Nah,
like
but you drink it like lean. You
That's
pour
how
it with some
fucked up it is.
Sprite. You know?
Alex, did you drink it?
Yeah, I had it.
Oh, yeah.
I had it. I liked it. I liked it. I sipped on it for a couple of hours, and
Want to
I
Tide Pod with
didn't
that?
feel
Oh.
like
Alex is
loose,
a pussy. Y'all do
like
smoke weed.
you know how you feel like when you're leaning. You know,
You
you're
want a
like,
Tide Pod with that, bro?
I was kind of.
Yo, but Ayo, what's up with
I
you?
have a similar feeling.
Hold up, what's up with Ayo, man? What the fuck is up with you? What
This
did
is my
you do
phone.
today?
What's good?
What'd you do today? What the fuck
He's
is
in the
going
dark
on?
right now.
I took all those shrooms.
Oh my god.
It's Saturday.
Damn,
What y'all got? Hey, what y'all
He's
got
calling
planned
So it's
tomorrow?
confessing
like
his
teach,
love.
yo. Like I'm like all that like lean talk. I'm like hearing like the interlude from like the Wu-Tang fucking like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Y'all need
but
kung
why ain't you
fu. Just breathe. You don't need that hit.
Why you so greedy? Why you ain't just microdose? Why are you so greedy?
What do you mean? Because I work, man. I ain't trying to do that
Microdosing-
shit while I'm working. I got to do it all on Saturday.
And microdosing is not getting high. Getting high is getting high, and having experience. Microdosing has nothing to do with that.
I don't do things to get high.
Microdosing's for chicks with blue and green hair.
All right, so B-Rad, what's the hardest drug in your opinion that you did?
That I've done?
Yeah, you.
Diesel. Diesel. Dog food.
Oh my god.
Crank? Come on, crank?
Nah, you're talking about the real deal.
just dope. Just dope.
I mean,
real dope. But I've never touched a needle in my life, and that's to God.
It's
That's
a
to
language
God.
barrier here. Diesel can be mixed up with weed or crank. So you're talking dog
No.
food,
Crank. What are you talking about?
Dog food, heroin.
Crank, yeah, just straight diesel, dope. But, and I've spoken about this before, so this is nothing new. Like I spoke about this. This has been years out. Like, but in my defense,
and congratulations, bro.
I'm about to say.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, nice, man. No, don't fuck with that shit.
God bless you.
That's why I know what this kid is going through with this shit. And I'm telling you, like, the best thing for him is not prison. I'll tell you that much. It's not going to fix it.
It's already a prison if you're fucking making, you know.
Yeah, but what
you
if he
gotta
goes to prison, if he goes to prison, he moves straight. No, that's not true. Some people need to be pushed a little bit, and this kid is a high functioning and determined individual. And I think after he gets forced to clear his head up for a few months, then he'll start thinking fucking straight, and then he'll be like, you know what, this is not going to work.
Was like that easy though. I feel like.
No, it is that easy. When you are mandated for 12 months to 18 months to a fucking place and you can't get out, and your only option is to go back to prison for 10 years, then
but he's gonna go to a place like Passage Malibu. You remember that shit?
No.
Malibu,
he's gonna go to court appointed. He's gonna go to court appointed, fucking state funded, fucking down dirt. Oh, trust me, he's not going to Passages. They're not gonna grant him that.
Hold on. Depending on where if he going Baton Rouge, they might send his ass to Angola.
Yeah, do you think that's going to fix a dope problem or enhance it? Because then he's just going to move to straight powder.
Why would they send him there if he's charged in Utah? This is crimes. He did crimes against Utah.
Okay. Well, yeah, he good then. Yeah. He can go do that.
You know, they should honestly that much media attention for the. You know what I mean? Like, be like, yo, you won't do any time, but we got really want through this. Then we're gonna document you getting through this shit. And like,
he got the money to pay for it, so I'm not against that. Now,
if he's a drug addict. He's a drug addict. He needs someone to hold his hand and help him through. It's not a problem.
Drug addict,
so let these kids see what that's like to try to beat that before they fucking get tangled up in it.
No, because if he goes to jail, he's a fucking martyr. He looks like a fucking hero. He's in prison. He's doing time. Now he's got a rep. Or hold on. Or he goes to rehab. He gets broken down in rehab, and he comes back, and kids are like, damn, that shit sucks.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not like that no more. These kids gonna be like, this dumbass nigga fucked up the bag. That's how these kids are smart nowadays, man. I'm telling you, for real.
He fucked
if they documented him like going through that, like quitting it, he'd become a totally different person.
But if he does 18 months, comes out clean, and drops a fucking album, they're gonna be back on him. But if he does 13 years, he's never gonna fucking see the light of day. He's gonna get caught up. He's done for. It's not the right thing to just commit this kid to prison. They got to put him in a rehab. He's got a drug problem, and he didn't hurt nobody. He could have chosen many other options to get high, and he didn't.
We talking about he's done, but this situation where you got money and these type of charges, we don't know what the fuck gonna happen. His ass
but when you're a rapper and you're a black man in America, you're probably not going to get a fair shake. I just hate to say it, but
this
it's true.
ain't no murders, no body, no violent shit.
Doesn't matter, bro. It's a public figure that can put fucking down and damn the culture.
It does matter because of the classifications behind the crime in the federal system. So it does matter.
This is a pretty bad one, bro. Bacon scripts is fucking up there, bro.
I'll make a prediction right now on Bull Rad. How we always, on Bull Light Network, we always make predictions. He's not going away long. He's
I
not
say
going
with
away
his money
long.
and his lawyers, he gets 3 to 5, unless he gets a mandated program, which I think is the best.
He got
Look,
too much
just
money.
hope that he
Federally
doesn't
He's
like end his own
federally
life
fucked. No, the feds don't
by
cut deals.
accident.
The feds don't cut deals, and he's got nobody to give up. They're just gonna lock him up and make a fucking
Hey,
an example of him.
Yeah, but you remember what
happened?
happened to Lil Peep and what's his name? You know, he was on the tour bus and his boys were filming him, and he was like, "Oh, yo, he slumped." Lil
He's
Peep,
dead.
What happened with
remember?
that?
He's
Yeah, I
dead.
heard about it.
He's dead. He
Lil
OD'd,
who?
and nobody checked him for like 5
Yeah,
hours on his
nobody
tour
checked
bus.
him for like 5
He was
hours.
dead.
They were just like,
Who the fuck
they
is
were
that?
filming him on
He was
YouTube.
he was a Long Island cat who became a fucking rapper, and he became
Lil
like
Peep.
these goth boy rappers out of LA. They had a whole clique
The
moving.
whole,
Yeah,
the
he was
whole
like
nother-
he was like an
Van and all those
emo.
kids.
He was like an emo rapper, you know. And he had
Whatever.
a lot of followers, and yeah, but I'm saying like NBA could end up like him. He could be on the tour bus doing some shit.
Hey.
Nobody would check him, and he'd just pass
Hey,
away
bro,
and leave. You know, that's
Let
it.
me ask you this before we move on. So why do they praise Mac Miller? And he was a fiend, and he died doing that.
Mac Miller is saying Mac Miller.
Mac Miller.
I mean,
what
What do you mean?
Nah, but Mac Miller was
why do we
lyrically
praise Kurt
a very
Cobain?
good
Why do we
artist, though,
praise
Mac
Jim
Miller.
Morrison? But why do we praise Jim Morrison? Why do people praise any
Jimi Hendrix?
artist who died? Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, like these are all the 27 Club. Like they all died before 27 and they're idolized. What if they just went to rehab, straighten out, and dropped another album? It would be a whole different story.
Idolize people that do
Mac
kind
Miller
of,
feels
you know,
different.
on the outside.
It's favoritism towards who you
Rest
want to
in
call
peace, Mac.
a drug
No,
addict.
it's
Matthew Perry just overdosed, and we ain't seeing him call nobody a cokehead, pillhead. They don't say nothing about that.
That's
yeah,
true.
because they lied and said that he
YoungBoy is
drowned.
a crackhead, right?
No, he's not. He's addicted to opiates because they pumped that shit into our fucking communities, and then they turned it into a fucking legal way to do it because they couldn't stop the flow, and they already had a ton of addicts, so then they started selling it legally through prescription.
What I'm saying is with the drug habit, they're able to see through it with Mac Miller, but with NBA YoungBoy they can't.
They're not seeing through it. He's dead, bro. But they idolize him because he went down.
And that was it.
But they're not saying he was a druggie who went over the edge. They're saying they're still be able to recognize his music and see through his drug habit.
Yeah, but just like Tupac he was gangbanging in the street and got shot and murdered, but he's idolized. He's a god, but he got murdered for having gang shit in his repertoire. Well, this kid was a drug addict. He died like that, and he's immortalized that way. We immortalize these people. It's not a good thing. I'm not saying it is, but that's what happens. But the people that go to rehab and straighten out, that's a sad thing to look at because that's rough. It's easy to die. It's easy to go to prison. It's not easy to get fucking forced into a rehab and change your whole shit up and come back and actually make it. But we're talking about high fucking energy, high like functioning people. Like these people are millionaires. They're not stupid. If anybody can kick this shit and get back at it, is this kind of kid.
Hey, but
I'm gonna keep hope alive.
I like that energy.
Right? Yeah, come on, man. We've damned enough people.
We just gotta make people. Hope that he gets better, and then if he stays on his track, he might be something great someday. But
he is great,
with the way that he's going, he might end up dead and
that motherfucker.
Just memorized.
Yeah, but you know what? Just like I want it for him, I want it for the other kid who's broken.
I don't know if they know the caliber of artists we talk about and how fucking huge he is. But you know, hip hop is so big, we can't.
And it's regional. It's regional.
We can't pinpoint. It's big. It's huge.
It's regional. We're all East Coast guys. We're all East Coast guys.
I'm a Southern. I'm born in the South. I was raised in the West too. I'm all around. You feel me? So
I'm sure this dude's an arena seller. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's NBA YoungBoy. This kid's huge. He is huge.
Yeah,
I'm saying
I'm sure
coast to coast.
He's like a Drake. He's like a Kendrick, and he's selling out arenas and shit. But I don't listen to him like
when he was free. All right, let's get off of that shit, man. I feel for the young people, with these drugs. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm gonna get into something that B-Rad been stressing me to talk about for a minute. This Boeing situation, like
this shit is
duck.
Nah, bro, I'm not trying to die right now.
Yeah, no, for real.
I don't want to talk about nothing that's going to get
Hold up. One mic.
I'll talk about this all night.
All right, set it off. Give us the fucking summary of what's going on before we get into it. B-Rap, please.
All right.
Just for the record, I'm laughing because we tried to do this earlier this week, and it seemed like Boeing didn't want us to do it.
That is very much a fact. So whether or not we get shadow banned, let's take the risk. Yeah. So like this dude came out. He was like a quality inspector or whatever. He worked on the assembly line basically in Boeing. And he was just talking about how like the whole culture there has changed over the years, and they used to be all about like, you know, precision, and now it's not like that. And you got people doing drugs and all sorts of shit. And he was flat out saying that he would never fly in a Boeing plane, even though he puts them together, but knowing how bad it is, he would never do it. So he testifies with the feds about this whole thing, and a few days after, he commits suicide, which is crazy.
When he got shot 5 times in the back of the head.
No, twice in the head, but it is possible to shoot yourself twice. No, but listen, I know for a fact. I can tell you for a fact. I know somebody it happened to. You can put a shotgun in your mouth, and it does not kill you. And there are people who try to kill themselves and put a second shot. So that's possible.
How dumb do we have to be? Like, oh, wait a minute, man. Nah.
You pulled the trigger twice?
Are you sure you weren't just watching the end of Fight Club?
But listen. There are. I know for, like I said, I know for a fact that you can put a gun to your head and pull the trigger and not die the first time. So it has happened. People have shot themselves twice. Okay, that's possible. But my question is, no. Okay, but listen, but I'm just saying that's the argument that anybody could make for that. It is possible. It has definitely happened. I know for a fact.
I mean,
like I know somebody.
Kind of a miracle.
I know somebody it happened to. I know somebody
from shooting a handgun though. From
God bless
from
that person.
Experience, like I'm
who knows it was a handgun? Who knows it was a handgun?
I've hit the trigger once, and I've double clicked. You know.
Yeah,
by accident.
Whatever. But I know somebody who put a shotgun. I know of somebody who put a shotgun in their mouth, pulled the trigger, and didn't die.
Wow.
Yeah. I know that for a fucking fact.
But all right. Before that, why was Boeing in so much trouble? What happened?
But so check it out. So there's been multiple things that have happened with Boeing. There was a plane that took off. It was a Alaskan Air flight, which I've been on Alaskan Air, and to be honest, I thought it was the best flight I was ever on.
I've been on Alaskan Air too.
Yo, they're fire. That shit was fire. When I first got on, I was. I'll tell you right now, I was flying out of San Francisco on a red eye, and I was like, Alaska Airline. I was like, I'm gonna fucking die on a fucking no-name airline. This is horrible. And I got on. I was like, yo, this is the best flight I ever took. But they had where there was like an emergency exit door, and they took the door out and they put a panel over it, which is a normal thing to do. That's a normal thing to do. Well, that panel wasn't secured properly, and upon takeoff, that shit just sucked out, and everybody's phones sucked out of the plane too. If they weren't strapped in, they would have went too. So that's a bad look, and that was one of numerous things that have happened recently. However, last week there was a second person from Boeing who testified against Boeing and how bad they are, and that person is dead now too. Also a suicide. But my question is, why would you commit suicide after you testify? Why wouldn't you just kill yourself prior to testifying?
Just
like if you're going to testify, you're trying to see it through. But two people.
This is too much, man. I just feel like now, EST, what was you gonna say? This is crazy.
When you go to war with billion-dollar companies, you better protect your taco, man. I don't want to hear
protect your neck.
You better know what you up against. It happened. The same thing happened when they sued the car companies back before the carburetor came out. You know what I'm saying?
When those people made like the never-ending carburetor.
And the same thing for the doctor who was going against the CTE with the NFL. He was getting people coming at him. So this is the norm in America. This is America. When you come at billion-dollar corporations and think you're going to walk down the street with some ice cream. No. So take that with that.
Yeah, there's only so many companies that make
whistleblower is a dangerous job, man. It's a dangerous job to be a whistleblower in America. Especially when
there's only so many companies.
That's almost like the message. It's like,
check this out. Hold up. Anna Nicole
take two
Smith.
souls.
Anna Nicole Smith, her son ended up dead. Then she wound up dead. Then you go look up the family who the old man was. You be like, oh, okay. She ain't come strapped ready for war. She thought this was ice cream. No, this is not ice cream. This is America. Okay.
People willing to die for that.
No, this is
Well,
America.
you remember I mean, not Oprah. Whitney Houston died in the bathtub, and then Whitney Houston's daughter died the same way in the bathtub.
But they would.
So that shit is
incident,
like, how'd that happen?
Yeah,
I mean,
but
that was her daughter. It's quite possible.
both of them was drug addicts, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but they're
Like,
both doing drugs like in a tub together. It's like crazy.
no, it's just like that's a likely scenario.
The boyfriend
Very
came out
likely
with the
scenario.
incident. The boyfriend came out with the incident saying that they did drugs. She overheated. They threw her in the bathroom to cool the temperature, and she ended up passing. It happens all the time.
It does happen all the fucking time.
I mean, that dude
And
Matthew
what
Perry,
Whitney-
right? Then he
Yeah,
he
no,
died.
they said
in the
he
hot
drowned.
tub.
They said he drowned. They said he drowned, but he was notoriously sober for a while. Maybe he slipped up and passed out and drowned, or maybe he had a heart attack and drowned. Either way,
No, the autopsy
who fucking
came out.
knows?
He had drugs in the system. See, this is what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
okay.
This is
There's
what
no
I'm saying.
reason. Yeah, no shit. He had drugs in his system. He's a drug addict. He
Okay,
drowned in his
so
own
say-
fucking
let's
hot
say
tub. Let's
that.
go.
Let's say that.
I'm just
Let's
trying to
say
save
that
the guy
first.
a little bit of face.
He
Come
was
on.
on that shit and got high and went to sleep in a jacuzzi.
Yeah, you pass out. If you
All right.
pass out a bathtub, you are fucking Dunsky.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, man. Just stay away from
Especially
the
off
hot
of
tub
very
and drugs.
specific
Ball with
type
the
of
big
drug.
boys, come with your shoulder pads, your helmet, the whole shit, because you're going against
All
a
I know is-
corporation in America.
But why is
Word.
that war with the big boys? Why you keep saying war like it's war? It's not like
It is
Well,
a war. Come on,
it's
don't even.
You can't expose a $1 billion corporation in America.
No.
and think you're gonna walk
Yo,
down the
how
street
many companies
with
make these
miracles and
planes?
daisies.
How many companies make these planes? 6, 7, right? And Boeing has government contracts since World War II.
Man, they'll wipe out your whole bloodline.
Bro, you're not
This is
putting
a-
Boeing down. You're not putting Northrop Grumman down. You're not putting any of these plane manufacturers, any weapon manufacturers. You're not putting these people down. I don't care what you tell about them. Like, they can kill 1 million civilians. They're still
but
government
at the
contracted.
same time, there's somebody that has a specific job that takes responsibility for certain shit. And he
What,
might be
you
a
think the
problem.
government? You think the government who's supposed to send people in, like for a government like checks? You think these people haven't gone in there and came back with everything's good to go? Yet everybody on the line's high and not putting shit together proper. That's why the planes are falling apart.
It's the software that they inputted that's causing the planes to nosedive. It's the software.
That's a
I
whole
seen the
different story.
documentary, and it's a software that they're because the dude said, and they get these pilots to test when the software come out, and each pilot said it was dangerous. So they tweak it and go around and bury what the people said and put the plane out anyway, and this is the problem. But my
Of
thing
course,
is,
but
okay,
no
this is
planes have
different-
crashed
hold on,
yet. No
this is
planes have
different
crashed
from
yet, though. No planes have crashed and killed people. No Boeing planes. These 7, whatever the fuck they are,
I'm about to
they
ask,
haven't
is it
crashed yet.
casualties
It's
with
just they've been
Boeing?
having malfunctions
That's not
like
true.
crazy.
What are you talking about? It's I'm gonna send you the documentary when we get off, and these are all blowing planes that crash and kill people.
But
Internationally,
but these specific planes that are having the problems right now that everybody's talking about is a very specific model number of a plane. These planes haven't really crashed yet. They've just been one's gonna very fucking soon. They're not putting them together.
We talking about the ones that have crashed. We talking about the ones that have crashed.
I'm talking about the current investigation the current investigation is about 2 specific numbered planes, like whatever the numbers are. There's 2 specific planes they're talking about in this investigation. Planes crash all the time, bro. There's hundreds of thousands of flights a day. Come on now.
Yeah.
That shit happens. But you are right about the software. I've seen stories about the software. Yes, there's been planes that have crashed because of shit like that before.
Is it a conspiracy or not? Of course, I think it is.
Yeah, of course it's because he can.
You have 2 whistleblowers commit suicide. Come on now. That looks suspect. Maybe it's a coincidence. But fuck these people. I say we look into it.
It's not just them. This is over 10, 15 year span. How about this? They've been in their competition is Airbus. Airbus just got the new contract. You know why? Because of the speculation in the public that's been going on with Boeing.
Look at Airbus's history. They've had some horrific crashes.
But they have a new one now with a new software. It does a whole total thing that Boeing don't do.
Yeah, until it doesn't.
Boeing has been speeding up software and planes to get the contract and beat the competition.
No, I'm not saying that their shit's not faulty. Their whole operation is in question right now because their manufacturing is faulty. So I believe that their computer system is probably faulty.
I don't think the manufacturing is faulty. I think the software.
Oh, I do. No, look, you have an emergency door patch panel. Fly the fuck out, and you
just said you had a friend who you said built it, right?
Who?
Somebody just told a story about they had an insight about somebody who had a friend who was saying that he has hands. Yeah, he wasn't saying that the plane is built wrong. It's something in between the time when he's done fixing the plane to when the pilots get it. I think it's
No. It's on the manufacturing line, bro. People on the manufacturing line are doing drugs, not being tested. I mean, openly buying and doing drugs. Yo, facts. Yo, this is what the confessions. This is what the whistleblowers are talking about. No, but quality control from the up tops has been shut the fuck up and get the plane off the line.
Okay, how about this? They got black box recordings from when the planes was nosediving, when the pilots were saying to keep nosediving. It has nothing to do with the mechanics of it. Said the software is kicking in.
Different model planes. Different model planes. These ones have just been having.
Boeing, bro. See,
I understand. No, but I'm talking about this specific case. I'm talking about this specific case is only about two of their models.
We're not talking about those 2 cases. We can't sit here and talk about 2 cases.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what they're under indictment for right now. Like why they're being served paper.
Are you denying that anything involved with Boeing affects this case? Any type of thing that
from the past that led up to these
anything in the past, right here. You're saying that don't affect this case? Well, you're tripping. Like,
I'm not saying it doesn't affect it in my opinion. I'm saying in a court of law, I don't think it does. No.
Okay, yeah, I guess I guess.
But that's what I'm speaking on a court of law. I'm not speaking on my personal opinion. I'm trying to tell the story.
But you don't have all the evidence to say what it won't.
No, that's why they're going to have to go to trial. I'm just telling you what the whistleblower said.
That affects it. So I don't get what you're saying. Even in the court of law, anything
they got evidence.
I'm saying they're not being prosecuted. They're not being prosecuted on those. Yes, it may have an effect in the court of law, but they're not being prosecuted for that. They're being prosecuted right now. But the planes models that they're being prosecuted for have been having hardcore defects, but they haven't crashed because of anyone yet. It's not about the computer program. That may come out later.
Right?
That may come out later. But this guy. But their whistleblowers don't have anything to do with the computer program. These are the guys who are putting the planes together on the line.
Let me ask the question: are they saying they ain't crashed yet?
No, I'm just saying if they're slipping on the line, they're definitely slipping on the computer programming too. I'm not arguing that.
Are they saying that these two haven't crashed yet? Who's saying that? Boeing or the people who's investigating?
No, I'm just saying it's not listed. It hasn't been spoken about in regards to this case.
You good, B-Rad? You good? I play chess too. You good? You good?
Yo, that was a hell of a show. I feel like we getting our energy back. We going back to them old bull-like days. I feel like I'm digging it. You know what I mean? Y'all brothers, y'all came a long way with this pod, and y'all are like professional podders. I'm sitting there looking at these two like, oh my god, these motherfuckers is good. I love this, entertaining. I got my boy Ayo, man. He's gonna we working on the merch. Y'all see him, he wild, but guess what? Hella talented with the pen.
He is the artist. He is the artist of the group.
Both ways, like lyrical and like he gonna make our logo EST the way
I've seen Kiddo's sketchbooks. They are dope. They are dope.
Okay. And then we're gonna start working on the merch. I want everybody to come up with a t-shirt, a clever t-shirt, and we're gonna put all of our t-shirts on there. You could whatever you wanted. Your idea, be rad, EST, your idea.
If I start making shirts, we'll get in trouble. You don't want that.
How we doing
that? That up to y'all.
Like we can't get in trouble. They're not paying us. We renegades. That's why we
fly
the bad. Getting paid though. Don't worry, we will. Baselow got 3 ideas for some shirts. I got an idea for a shirt. We're gonna do the merch. And it's gonna be cool, you know what I mean? So something that our true people that have been rocking with us could fuck with as we grow, because we not stopping. I don't know if they've seen that yet. Remember, I asked the question, will Bud Light survive without whack? I think 60% said no.
We ain't say whack one time. You feel me?
I almost did. I almost said it when you spoke on a certain crew before. I almost wanted to say something. I was like, I have no position on this, so I can't say shit, but I wanted to.
But I love it. And I look at EST background just now, noticing it. Look at this motherfucker here. He's
yeah.
I want him to start his own. I want him to start his 20-minute his 20-minute words and just start.
You got to understand advertising too, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people got to see it and it'll stick. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact. So we all need to get on it. AO was telling me about that. He's gonna make us something like that, but it's gonna be cool to wear on the background just like that. But he already talked about it. You know, this motherfucker. Yeah, he ain't
my just shrooms. Hashtag shrooms.
/ set design.
Hey, I like the T. I like the T better.
Yeah, for sure.
The what?
The T.
It don't matter how you get it in, you just get it in you.
Yeah, that's a fact. But anyway, I think we covered. I had some more stuff, but it's inappropriate right now.
That's not true. That's not true. Yo, no, don't leave us like that. I want to hear it. Speak
you can
on
do
it.
whatever
Let's
you
go.
want. You control the channel. I mean,
I want to hear what you were talking about. You were about to say some shit, and you're like, "Nah, I'm just gonna be quiet about it." That's pussy. Let's go.
I had all kind of shit I wrote there. What you mean? But
so what's good? So what you got? Look, this ain't for them. This for us. This for us. This ain't for them. This for us. What's up? What you got to speak on? What you got to speak on?
I'm in trouble with my girl's birthday today, but it's all good.
Oh, you soft. I was gonna say that. No, I'm kidding. No, you gotta handle that.
I ain't gonna look, EST want to get rid of EST like
talking shit like the game.
We're trying to help, but we trying to help.
He always ready to go. I noticed that.
Nah, we ain't here to hurt you. We here to help you. You know what I'm saying? Some things are more important right now. We serve the people.
Nah, ain't nothing more important than Bud Light to me.
Then speak on it. Speak on it.
We serve the people.
But I do have a vision of all of us getting money off of this, so you know, and I think it's gonna happen. I'm starting to see the vision more clearer and clearer. You feel me? You know, we've been doing this a minute, so yeah, man. I just, you know,
we're just sharpening the skills. That's
exactly.
Again, I don't care if nobody listens. I still want to have these conversations. I don't care.
Yeah, but can we do research on Thug Case and probably do a show tomorrow on it and talk about that? I want to discuss some other things. You know, I want to talk about Eminem because I heard his album and I got some things to say because I just feel like he's still fucking nice as hell. That ain't the question. He's still a nice rapper, but you know, I got some questions.
Is he culturally relevant? Is he?
And that's crazy because it don't matter, you know. And we ain't talking about because he's white boy. No, obviously he
didn't say anything about.
Listen,
yeah, exactly.
That fucking ship is sailed. That shit is over with.
Yeah, I hate when they always.
Nah, fuck that. We ain't gonna act like that. That's part of it. Because when Rick Ross say, "Hey, white boy," that means something.
But that is
that was funny. But like,
here we go.
He's just talking shit,
motherfucker. Because look,
because if I gotta take the light skin shit, they gonna have to acknowledge the white boy shit.
Yo, but wait. Just let me ask you. Let me just ask you a question. Let me just ask you a question. Wait. So now it's pussy to be a white boy, but throughout history, white boys are the scariest people that have ever touched the fucking earth. Let's be honest. They're insane. White people are out of their minds. Northern Europeans are sick people.
Nah, see, but you're talking American history. I'm talking.
It's low hanging fruit at this point. We're beyond it. It's low hanging fruit.
That's a whole different conversation. But listen, y'all ain't reigned as long as y'all think y'all is.
No, but that's
what the fuck, yo. First off, listen.
White boys are the ones.
Listen, first off, I'm not a white boy. I'm Irish. There's a very big difference. There's a very big difference.
You're still a Viking. You're a kilt. You're a redhead Viking. You're not a blonde.
Homeboy, we gotta have a conversation. We gotta have a conversation because I can school you to some real Irish history. I'll fucking turn you white.
That's North.
Throw it out.
I mean, let's go. I mean,
but look, I fuck with B-Rad because B-Rad understand it ain't what your ethnic is what your culture is. And if you culturalize with hip hop, that's what you is to us.
That's what and that's why I fuck with E because he is an enlightened individual right here. I like that.
It's taken away from hip hop if you don't understand that. You're dumb. You're taken away from the art form if you don't understand.
Because in America anybody can be born in a shithole somewhere. You don't gotta be any color. You can just be broke.
Lord Jamar had a point though with Eminem. This is relevant with it. He said, regardless, you're still a guest. Well, let's not get past that because you can't.
I don't know about that either, honestly.
That's not fair.
Because hip hop is American.
That's not fair. That's being a gatekeeper.
Go talk to the country genre about fair. Go talk to rock about fair. Don't come talk to us about fair.
Listen,
why you talking to us about fair? Ain't nobody else fair.
Yeah, but you mad at Afro
Yeah, but
beats
we got to
and
draw a line in the
comedy
sand and
to
start from
America.
somewhere.
Stay
No,
over
hold on.
there.
We
This
got to
is
draw a line in the
hip-hop.
sand and start from somewhere, though. Let's go. Come on. Listen, this is America. Anybody can be rich or anybody
That's what
can
I'm
be
saying.
born fucked. And no matter who you are, if you're born fucked and you come from a certain place, you're about it.
Period.
And that's it. And that's the bottom line. It's about heart. It ain't
poor.
about skin color. It's about heart.
Taking away from the art form too. It's not about black. It's not about poor.
No, it's about
the
no,
ghetto.
no. It's about broken rich for a lot of people, for
It's
sure.
about
But
culture.
90% of us, no shit. But don't call somebody a vulture when they're born in the same fucking place. I mean, look at there's very known individuals who are born in certain places that they didn't necessarily look like they came from, but they're about it.
Though. Your struggle don't make you my brother. It's the culture that's gonna make you my brother.
I think it's the heart and the individual that makes you my brother.
Because it's a Haitian that grew up in the same struggle that's not gonna relate to my culture, but we grew up in the same kind of struggle. He gonna relate to what his culture relate to, not mine.
Right, but I'm talking about Americans here. We're all Americans. Like, we got to stop with this bullshit. We're Americans.
To a point, because I'm more American than what a lot of people wanted to be. If you want to talk American.
Yo, me and you, can we talk after this? I gotta holler at you about something, because I don't want to bring it up on this, but like, I gotta holler at you because I fuck with you and I want your opinion on this. This is crazy.
Say it right now.
I'm gonna put you on. No, I'm not.
No, you know what? You call him out. He right. You gotta say it.
All right, but no, because
he's scared.
It's not that I'm scared. It's just it sounds wild. Man. It sounds wild.
Say it. We have an
all right, fine. Does anybody here honestly know who the first slaves in America were?
Oh God, here we go.
It was indentured servitude. Don't get indentured servitude mixed up.
10%. I know you know what I'm talking about. 10% were indentured servants. 90 were sent out by Britain. Because we've been pimped by Britain since day one. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
We're the first slaves either. That's not even never been no
was not slavery. Indentured servitude was not slavery.
No, I'm sorry. Wait. Besides the Dutch, when the British came and kicked the Dutch out of America, and the 3 miles that they took up, when they kicked them out, in my area is heavy Dutch too in the 1600s. But when the British showed up and kicked them out, who did the British bring with them? Wasn't people from the Dutch East India trading routes? No, it was Irish slaves.
We never argued that we were the first slaves, first of all, until the
no. But I'm just saying.
The first slaves. There were slaves since the beginning of time. So
no. Things have been written down since fucking people have been scratching in the sand. Trust me, it's written down. And people know who the first slaves were. The British colonies used Irish slaves. 90% were slaves. 10% were indentured servants, but they never got paid anyway.
You talking about just the British? It was the French down here. The Spanish, they was more southern. That's why the Louisiana.
And the Spanish were down in Florida, and the Spanish were in Florida. It was all over the place. However, when the British came here, their colonies wound up becoming the states. Okay, the French backed out. The French went to Canada and went for the pelts. And the Spanish got fucking bombed out, bro. They lost all their money.
I understand that, but your original thing was original slaves, and I'm trying to tell you, indentured servitude was not slavery.
10% were indentured. The other 90% were slaves of Britain captured in Ireland. That's a fact, bro. It's a whole fact.
This is boring.
Hell no.
And that's why I didn't want to bring it up, motherfucker. But like you pushed it.
See, I met him when he was going. I already knew he was going.
I knew you knew where I was going. That's why I don't want to speak to you outside of here, because I don't want to bring it to this bullshit, because this is nonsense.
This is not bullshit. It's good stuff.
Hell no.
No, but I'm just saying, what it comes back to is, can we just all be Americans? Because we all got here in a fucked up way, one way or another.
That's not
true. Whether you came here under your own, or you brought here, the conditions sucked, and when you got here, it was not what you were told or expected. And everybody has their plight, and it sucks. But you know what? We're here now. Let's not worry about how it got happened.
Yeah, but
let's just worry about where the fuck we're at and where we go.
Let me ask you this.
Instead of looking at the past, let's just look to the future. For once, let's look to the future instead of talking about. Let's actually look to the future instead of just dwelling on the past.
How do you know that you have Celtic history?
How do I know?
Yeah.
So my name is Brian Joseph Patrick Brady. Like, there's no fucking qualms on that one, pal.
I got him. And guess what? That's because you still have your heritage.
Yeah, facts.
Not the same struggle.
But my heritage started. My heritage started 6 generations ago in the Bronx.
No.
That's
What
all
I'm
I
saying
know.
is, no. What I'm saying is, you know it. What I'm saying is,
Yeah,
what makes it different is,
Yeah, granted, but I'm just saying, like 5 or 6 generations ago in the Bronx, that's like 200 years.
no,
You know
I
what I
get
mean?
that.
Like,
What I'm saying
granted,
is,
that's
your
knowing,
knowledge.
but I would imagine that there's a lot of people in America that know a lot more than 200 years of their history. I know that,
Okay.
but then on the other side of my family, I know where we came in Ireland.
Nah, that's real though, man. That's real.
I'm just saying. Listen, everybody's got these fucking stories. It sucks. It does suck. But let's start looking at something in the future instead of just dwelling on the past and arguing over it.
Nah, I don't. We
All
can
right,
sit here
cool.
and
Bye,
talk.
y'all.
Yeah, man.
Yo, you're the one who be on that peace love shit.
I love peace.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I mean, I like a little bit of drama. I'll be honest.
I love peace.
I like a little bit of drama.
What's up, Rock?
I like drama.
Talk about heritage.
Sometimes. Anyway, let's get up
Yo,
out of here.
hold on. There was a comment I saw the other day. So, somebody said
came
Crip
from a
Mac
bunch
has
of
not been
society.
census yet.
Yeah, let's correct this shit because B-Rad.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know. The people want to know. People talking shit, and I don't like it.
Crip Mac situation about our Crip Mac episode. B-Rad caught a lot of smoke, you know, but at the same time, like
It was a simple error.
Unnecessary smoke. They just wanted to yell at B-Rad for some
Oh,
reason.
I want all the smoke. Let's go. Come on, bring it. Let's go. Let's go.
Mac, we said he's facing 15 years. Yeah, that's what he's facing. He wasn't
facing. The people were saying that we say he was already sentenced.
Maybe I did. I don't know. Fuck it.
Might have. Whatever. Listen. If they're claiming 10 or 15, he's gonna get 10 or 15.
They're saying 10, 15. We speculating. I mean, we on ballpark. If you want to nitpick, that's on you.
The fuck am I? CNN? What do they think I am?
Bottom line, the kid is done.
We ballparked it.
What they think I am?
Ain't coming back again.
I don't know what the fuck they think we are here. You feel me?
This ain't the heat of the night. This ain't Murder She Wrote, motherfucker.
Yo, In the Heat of the Night was a great show. It was a great show.
And it deals with the shit we talk a lot of racial down south shit. I used to love that show though.
Yo, it's a great show. It's a great show.
Yeah. But anyway,
what I remember of it.
B-Rad said that thing or whatever, but fuck that. We over that. And we can say whatever we want. We stand on what we say. If you violate us in the comments, we coming for you. Or we clown.
I just want to say this. I just want to say this. Look, if you disagree, fine. If you disagree, fine. Pick up a book, then we'll discuss it. But you can violate me all you want in the comments. I know my fucking history and I fuck with it, and I'm proud to be who the fuck I am, and I'm proud to be an American, and I fuck with everybody. And if being on this channel don't fucking prove it, I don't want to know what does.
You can violate me personally all you want, but not the channel. That's all.
Yo, no Diddy, chill.
I'm coming for you. Anyway, last words.
Sub, man. Y'all like and sub.
Yeah,
man.
make sure y'all like and sub, please. It's gonna get better.
I think me and EST might have to start like a history channel thing where we just discuss
Enjoy the rest
history.
of y'all night, man.
That'd be dope.
Y'all Saturday, man.
Be safe
out there.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Be safe.
I got one more prediction before I end this. These two motherfuckers are gonna be some of the best potters.
Only if you produce it. Only if you produce it.
Right now we look at them loyal ass. But right now we are practicing the build up to what we got coming, boy. We gonna love it. But anyway, potting is an art form just like hip hop. You feel me? You can't just jump on this shit and think you go. Nah. You know what I mean? But we love it. Anyway, please like and subscribe. And we out, y'all. Peace.
Absolutely.